Welcome back to another Minetest mod review. Today we are looking at a very interesting mod. It's called Real World Time, and this is a fairly new mod as of the time of this recording. And it does one thing, and one thing only. It syncs the in-game time to the clock time on the computer that's running the game. So, oh, and there we go. There's so much cloud cover here. This is kind of annoying. So I just manually had set the time to 6 a.m. And we could see the sun was over here. And now the sun is, can you see it? It's behind all of these clouds. But it's right there. So we can do this. Run the time count. I don't know if that's going to be visible on video at all. Maybe if I look at the trees. Here we can go time of day change. Current time is 15:10. So let me just take a quick peek at my watch. Hey, what do you know? The time is actually 15:10 as of the time of this recording, of course. So I will once more set the time to time 6,000. So that would be approximately 6 a.m. If we run over to the beach here, we can just see the bottom of the sun underneath all of the cloud cover, and you'll see it just jumped there. And it should be back up in the sky here again. And if we go ahead and do time check command, it'll tell us the time is still 15:10, which, yes, it is, although it has just flipped over. Wow, that was actually really fast. It also updated here as well. Now this will manually, what am I saying? This will automatically run once every minute to sync the in-game time to the real world time. And if that's not often enough for you, there is a sync time chat command you can use, which doesn't give us any help information at all, unfortunately. But that's fine because we can just run it and see what happens. So if you run the sync time command, oh, you have to have the server privilege, which, okay. And then we just run sync time synced with real world time. So what's going to happen now is every minute it will update to the current time. And if we run the unsync time command, the time speed has been restored to default. So now if we run the time command, we will see that it is, let's put it someplace so we can see it. It's 15:22. We'll just run over towards the beach here so we can see the beautiful sunrise again. But before we do that, we'll just check the time once more because the time is now moving fast enough where it is 15:46. So yeah, we can see the time is moving, and if we go ahead and run time 6,000 and then run time, it says it is 6:03. We can see the sun is gradually climbing. It's hard to see because it's so cloudy. I apologize for the terrible weather. If I knew how to make it not be cloudy, I would do that. I don't think there's actually a way to do that. Other than, you know, starting a new world with a different seed. So we have the sun there. If we go ahead and run the sync time command, we get a response. It's been synced with real world time. And if we look over here, we can see the sun is about where we would expect it to be again. And if we run time, it'll tell us it's 15:13, which, let me verify. Oh, what do you know? That's correct. This is very simple code. It theoretically does work in multiplayer as well. But do note, it is just going to reflect the time of the machine that the server is running on. So if you're running a server in, oh, I don't know, Australia, and somebody is joining from, oh, I don't know, Colombia, you're going to be like 12 hours off for time. Am I close on my time zones? I don't know. I have no idea what time zone either of those two places are in. I feel like Australia probably spans a few time zones as well. But anyway, if you're running it on a server, you could have, theoretically 1/2 of the world. When they join, it will be always nighttime when they're joining because the server is located someplace in the world where the time is offset enough where they're always joining during night. So maybe don't put it on a server, but then again, maybe do. Now, of course, if you are running this on a server, anybody can just run the time command, find out what the current time is wherever your server is, and then they can get a... Is that latitude or longitude? I don't know which it is. I think that's longitude, I believe, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I did geography in school. But yeah, anyways, they could find out what time zone your server is in. Would that matter? Could they do anything with that information? No, not really, because they could already find out what the IP on your server is and get a lot more data about where the server is located than they could based off of simply the time. However, if they had both of those bits of information, they really have nothing more than if they just had your IP. So you don't have to worry about doxing yourself because somebody knows what time zone you're in. Also, I think you could actually just set the time on your local machine differently. I'm going to try that right now. Pull up date and time. Hopefully this doesn't mess anything up. I'm just going to change what time zone I'm in. I don't know how quickly, if this will even do anything. Should we run the sync time? Okay, potentially Minetest would need to restart for this to actually have any effect. I don't know. Also, maybe I should have changed my time zone by more. I don't have an apply option. I'm looking at system time. It has updated correctly. So I have a feeling maybe Minetest would just need to be restarted for that to take effect. Now, does anybody actually care about any of that? No, probably not. But there you go. If you did care, you probably just have to restart Minetest with your system local set to whatever time zone you want it to reflect being in. Oh, hey, and finally the sun is clearing up. The clouds are clearing up, rather, and we can see the sun. And we have the shadows. That's actually really nice that that is affected by the cloud cover. That is not a part of the mod, though. That's just Minetest being Minetest with the dev build. So there you have it. I took way too long to talk about a mod that could have very easily been explained in like 2 minutes. And we're sitting at quite a bit more than that. But anyway, the real-time mod, if you are interested in downloading it, you can find it in the in-game content browser, or you can find all the links on my website, which will be linked in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.